Pulisic has a new boss. 2022 World Cup in doubt. Arsenal get a new left-back. Liverpool get reported. And remembering Cheick Tiote. Good morning to you. I'm Daryl Grove and you're listening to The Goalmouth, recorded today in sunny England. Just kidding, it's been raining for 24 hours straight. But it is Tuesday, June 6th, and so here's wishing a happy birthday to Goal of the Month champion Tony Yeboah. Link will be in the email. World Cup winner Becky Sauerbrunn and non-World Cup winner, at least not yet, Julian Green. Let's start with some coaching news. Following Thomas Tuchel's messy exit last week, Borussia Dortmund have named Peter Bosz as the team's new head coach. Bosz is the Dutchman who coached Ajax to the Europa League final last season, playing a style not all that different to Tuchel's Dortmund. He's also more than happy to give teenagers a chance. He played a 17-year-old centre-back at Ajax, so I'm taking this appointment as good news for Christian Pulisic. I also appreciate that Dortmund have replaced Tuchel with someone whose name is just as deceptively difficult to pronounce. My personal plan is to go back and forth between Peter Bosz and Peter Bosz and just hope no one ever corrects me. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar was already questionable, what with the bidding process and the hot heat in the planned November-December scheduling. But yesterday's news that Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, Bahrain, Yemen and the Maldives are all severing all ties with Qatar because, in their view, Qatar is destabilising the region, may be just the excuse that new FIFA has been waiting for to correct the mistakes old FIFA made back in 2010 by awarding hosting rights to a country where migrant workers die and no one seems to care. Unless, of course, new FIFA is just the same as old FIFA. Worth noting, geopolitics is complicated. I don't claim to fully understand the ins and outs of all of this. Also worth noting, this Qatar story has many angles and a football tournament may be one of the less important ones. But be honest, when you heard this news, your first thought was World Cup, right? Time for some quick transfer news. Arsenal have announced the signing of Sead Kolasinac from Schalke on a freebie. But don't be fooled by the price. From what I've read about the German Bosnian, he's big, he's tough, he's a left back who adds to the attack. So this may be a sign that Arsene Wenger is getting serious about winning non-FA Cup trophies in his presumably final 2 years with the team. The only person who should be worried about this transfer is Kieran Gibbs. So that one's definitely happening, but the rumour mill also has Arsenal bidding big money to get Kylian Mbappe from Monaco and going deep pocket to deep pocket with Real Madrid, even as the price goes well north of €100 million. Meanwhile, Manchester United are now rumoured to be bidding for Real's semi-unwanted striker Alvaro Morata, who makes more sense as a Jose Mourinho centre-forward than Antoine Griezmann ever did. United are also very tentatively linked with Romelu Lukaku, although the Manchester Evening News seems pretty confident that Everton's big Belgian striker is actually on his way to Bayern Munich. That move may already be in the works. Lukaku told Belgian journalists, quote, "I know what's happening, but I can't tell you anything more," unquote. Thanks, Romelu. Super helpful. One team that's not a fan of transfer rumours, Southampton. Southampton are especially not a fan of transfer rumours linking their best players with Liverpool, because those rumours almost always turn out to be true. Today, the Saints have marched all the way to the Premier League Complaints Office, asking the authorities to investigate Liverpool's approach for defender Virgil van Dijk, who seems to have told Liverpool that yes, he'd love to play for them and earn £200,000 a week, despite having 5 years left on his Southampton contract and Southampton not accepting a bid from Liverpool. I admire Southampton for taking a stand on this, but I think we all know where Virgil will be playing next season. We close with some sad news. Former Newcastle United and Ivory Coast midfielder Cheick Tiote passed away after collapsing in training yesterday. Tiote was only 30 years old and was training with Chinese team Beijing Enterprises, whom he joined in February. Tiote is best remembered for his 87th minute long-range volley for Newcastle against Arsenal in 2011, which completed an epic comeback from 4-0 down to 4-4. He was also one of those midfielders that was super smiley and friendly, but would absolutely crush opponents to win the ball. Rest in peace, Cheick Tiote. And if they play football in heaven, which they definitely should, then holding on to both the ball and 4-0 leads just got a lot tougher up there. That's all from me. The one and only George Qureshi of Howler Magazine fame will be with you tomorrow. I'll leave you with today's top tip. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission, especially if you need to sign a Southampton player.